meantime, I just wanted to do a get to know me, 5 random facts about me that Laura from Gold Star Work has tagged me, or she has suggested that I would do it. I would love to. So I thought it'd be fun to like tell you something that I like, and this might be also kind of like the month in review. I like that idea too. I'm stealing that also from you, Laura, so I hope that's okay. So just a few things that I thought would be nice to share. So first of all, let me tell you about this book, Girl Boss. I can't believe it. I actually love it. If you're someone that's trying to like kind of like make your way in the world as maybe as an entrepreneur, or I don't know, making your way in the world. Like for me, you know, I don't know if it's so much as a business, but I want to make a mark. I'm not sure exactly how, but I do know that I want to help women. And so this was really, really helpful about making your social media presence strong, and very well written. I'm shocked. I thought it was going to be dumb. I picked it up, as you can see, from the thrift store. I was like, okay, let's see. And I was hooked. It's actually really good. So even for all of us old hags, I think you'll still get a lot out of it. So, random fact about me is I was in the military for 6 years. I joined when I was 18, and I got out of active duty when I was like 21, right? Somewhere around there. Well, I joined when I was 18. I actually went into basic training at 19, so that's why it works out. And then reserves for 4 years, and that's when I went to college. So, one random fact about me. Next, for all of my wonderful women's that are going through menopause, there are 2 books I don't want you to get. Don't read them. One of them is called Sex, Lies, and Menopause. Do not get that book. It's a very misleading book. There is a kind of hormone protocol that was very popular in the late 90s. It has been debunked and can be dangerous for some people. Bioidentical hormones used to be like the rage. Yeah, so don't get it. The other book I do not want you to get as you're preparing for menopause, if you're in perimenopause and if you're curious about it, because I'm in menopause and I thought, well, I need to have some books to prepare me, and I always thought this book would help, and now I find out, no, it's no good. The Wisdom of Menopause by Christine Northrup. She's a doctor. She likes to consult tarot cards when she's having a heart attack. How about that? When she has a fibroid that suddenly is beginning to look like she's pregnant, the fibroid starts out and then she waits. She waits until it looks like she's pregnant before she deals with it. So please don't get her book. Please don't listen to her. She's not a reliable source. Right now, I don't know who to read at this point. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. Second random fact about moi. I'm from New York. I don't think anybody knows that. I grew up in New York City in the early mid 70s. Yeah, and it was horrible. I don't know what my parents were thinking, because at that time it was the worst time ever for New York City. Muggings, like my mom, she lost her purse. Her purse was snatched with a full paid check, cash, because in those days that's what you did. You go and got your cash in her purse. The guy took off with it in the subway, and there was $250, which was a lot of money for that time. So yeah, not a great place to grow up as a kid, but it certainly taught me a lot. All right, another thing that I wanted to share about, maybe this is like all menopause-y kind of stuff. All right, so I just tried this. I just bought this because I have my gray roots, and I'm one of those people that I will be 80, 90, 100 years old, and I will still have dark hair. That's just how it's going to be for me. I had gray hair actually in my 20s, so I wore that out. So this is the Permanent Root Erase by Revlon. And the cool thing is that you have more than one use out of it. I think they say 3 uses. See how I have the coloring. I don't know if you can see, but I purposely got a slightly lighter because I felt like the color here is a little bit darker than what I want it to be, so I didn't want to go too dark because I'm hoping to lighten it. But anyway, yeah, I like it. 10 minutes, you know, pretty easy. The only thing I would say though is they do not provide a conditioner, so make sure you have some pretty good conditioner to help with that. Okay, so third random fact about moi. How about this? This is a crazy, it's kind of a story. It's kind of a story, but a random fact was when I was a little girl, I was a bully. I know, right? Can you believe it? Okay, let me tell you the story. So what happened was so this was when I was in daycare. So this is New York City, okay? New York City is like no joke. Even as a kid, I was in preschool. I was in the daycare, and I was, you know, I was a menace. So there was this girl that for some reason, I don't know why, maybe because living in New York City, I would push her down every day on the ground. Push her to the ground. She'd skin her knees. And I would do it every day. I don't know. It was like a habit. It was like, this is what I do today. This is part of my daily routine is I bully this poor girl. So one day I saw a nurse cleaning off her knee. And I said, why are you doing that? She goes, because you keep pushing her down on the ground all the time. And I was like, that's right. That's probably not a really good thing to do. So we became best friends. Can you believe that? That's so crazy. So that's the third one. I got 2 more left. Okay. Now, one of the things I really love about the thrift store is that you never know what you can find at the thrift store. So a lot of times you can find like spa kind of stuff at the thrift store. So sorry about it's all dog hair. I mean, you know, if you live with a dog, you know how it is. Got these lavender booty things. You know, you heat them up in the microwave and they feel so good on the feet. Only thing I wish though is that, like, could I have like a mini microwave and then I could just sit there, heat it up again, and then pop them on my feet so I don't have to get up and do that. But that's because I'm insanely lazy. But the other thing I found, if you ever see something by This Works, it's very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. So this is the Deep Sleep Pillow Spray. And I got it for $1.98, as you can see. And I always try to check for, you know, the date, sell by date, or whatever you call it, and it smells fine. You know, there doesn't seem to be any issues with it. So yeah, it smells really good. It has if you ever see this even in the regular shopping world, lavender, vetiver, and wild chamomile, and it smells wonderful. So I sprayed a whole bunch of this on the pillow. It's wonderful. So yeah, you never know what you can find at the thrift store. Fourth random fact. I didn't get married until I was 32. And I really thought that I was just doomed to be single for the rest of my life, especially because I was sick. So 32 is actually, I think it's better to get married later in life than earlier in your life, because I felt like by the time my husband and I met, he was 35. Like, we sort of kind of knew who we were. I don't know how well it would have worked out if we had gotten married when in our 20s. I think we would have driven each other insane. But we would have probably had about 10 kids, because, anyway, that's another story. But yeah, so got married when I was 32. So we've been married for 19 years, so that tells you how old I am. Okay, next, something I wanted to show you. I don't have the actual component, but I did want to show you guys. If you're on HauteLook, I really recommend going there, because I found some NARS, you know, the good quality. Do I have it? So I found some NARS lippies, because I've been looking for kind of like a fuchsia. I'll show you this. No, I will show you the what they look like. But I've been looking for some fuchsia lippies. So I'll be right back. I'm going to show you. If you ever see the NARS Audacious, where did I put the packaging? Did I stuff it back in here? If you ever see this packaging for anywhere, I don't know where, maybe TJ Maxx, or if you're at Nordstrom, and you see the Audacious lipstick, grab it. These are incredible. They were like a few years ago, people raved over these. All of the colors are fantastic, so I decided to get one. And when you get it off of HauteLook on sale, I think they were like $10 each, maybe $8, something like that. It was very inexpensive. The color that I got was Sylvia, and you know, it has the the magnetic thing that everybody loves. So this is the swatch of it, and you know, it almost looks kind of murky, but it's actually a really nice swatch. You can see right there, really nice, really smooth, highly pigmented, great stuff. And then this is the lip balm. This is the NARS Satin Lip Pencil. Again, I got this off of Look, and this color is, what's the thing here? Yeah, so it's Jardin des Plantes. I think that you do pronounce the T part. And so that's kind of like a pinky. So it's kind of like that pinky color. So I think this will be a nice combination, putting those two together. All right, last random fact about me is I love chocolate. Now, there's plenty of people who say, like, they love chocolate, but you don't understand how much of an addiction this is. If I don't have chocolate in the house, I start to panic, you know? I mean, I might even say, and I love coffee, and coffee is like, I love that, but I think that chocolate is even a greater addiction of mine, because if I don't have chocolate, I will make my husband go out in the middle of the night, if it has to be, to get me my chocolate for the night. Like, every night we have to make sure, does Mariana Morgan have her chocolate at night? So when I go to, because, and also part of it is just because of issues with my weight. I don't want to gain a bunch of weight. So if I have other junky stuff, it's just not good, because I do tend to have a little bit of snacking at night. Cause anyway, it's a long story. So I love my dark chocolate, and throughout the night, if I'm up and if I have trouble sleeping or I have to get up, I go into the freezer. I like it in the freezer nice and hard, and I take up a little piece and eat it. So yeah, chocolate is very important to me. Yeah. So those are my 5 random facts. Those are kind of some of the things that I recommend and don't recommend. And we will see you next time. And I'm going to do, I have so many ideas, you guys, about videos that I want to do. I hope I can get them done, because I think you'll enjoy them.